Hey guys, what is going on? It is me, Sam here. Welcome to Road to Completionist episode 3. That is right, we're on episode 3 already, which is awesome. So to start this episode off, I am here at the Elf City, and this is actually a requirement I've not actually done yet. I have started some of it, and it's to kill 1,000 Kadan elves. It's quite annoying because, 1,000 of these guys is quite a lot. I've killed about 500, maybe a little bit less, just because I haven't been here for too long, but I have had a Slayer task here, which was quite nice to get. It was about 150 of them to kill, so I definitely took it, seeing as I needed to kill 1,000 of these. It was worth to sort of help towards the total. So yeah, they're not too bad XP. They have pretty good drops as well, and there's also an altar as I'm running to right now, literally right there. But after a while, it does get quite annoying to keep running back and forth, so I might start bringing my own super restores just to sort of stay in one place and just camp it. But this task shouldn't really take too long, really. Maybe I've heard people say 4 to 5 hours, which I'd say isn't too long. I suppose at the same time it is, but it's combat and it kind of goes fast. It's not too bad, and you can kind of AFK a little bit. They don't really hit too hard if you've got soul split and things like that. So yeah, I can't imagine this taking too long, just because if I'm doing Slayer task and maybe doing something at the same time and it's combat, I can imagine it will go fast. Making bank as well, so pretty good. So the next requirement is to complete 200 laps of the agility course in the Elf City, and I managed to complete it. And you also need to actually fill up this book I have on the screen right now of all of the pages, and I didn't know about the 200 laps part, but luckily enough, by the time I did actually hit 200 laps, when I did realise, I had all of the pages anyway. So if you are going to be doing this requirement yourself, then I wouldn't worry about doing this, because the requirement is actually to do 200 laps and also fill the book. But usually, or in most cases, if you do 200 laps, you will completely fill the book and you won't have to do it anymore. So it's quite a nice sort of achievement or requirement, I suppose. 200 laps you'd think would be quite difficult, but it actually wasn't too bad. I mean, the cutscenes of this agility course was really cool, and the XP was awesome as well. I think I've actually got about 24 mil in agility now for the XP. And that is pretty insane. I mean, I for some reason did not mind it, and it went really quickly. So, really happy about that. And, that one's over and done with. Now, this requirement was probably the most fun that I've done so far in the series. This is for the Reaper title. And if you don't know how to get this, you have to kill every boss in RuneScape at least once. Now, because I'm a big fan of PvM, I actually had most of this done. So it wasn't actually too difficult. I only had a couple of bosses needed to be, finished off for the title to actually be mine. And one of those was Calfight King, as you can see on the screen right there. I actually had some difficulty, coming back into RuneScape 3, not having done PvM in a while. I actually found it quite difficult, and I did actually use my Portent of Life, or Death there. It says I can't actually remember which one I had, maybe a Portent of Life, I think it was. And I nearly died, so, it was actually quite fun, but actually difficult at the same time, especially with them orange balls. But I did manage to do it, of course. It wasn't, ridiculously difficult. It's only Calfight King. That one was done, so I was glad that was out the way with. I did it in a trio, so, not too bad. We didn't get any drops, like any good drops from that, so, yeah, nothing to get, too happy about. And then the next boss I had to kill was actually the Calfight Queen. I started this one, of course. It's been graphically updated. It does look very nice, but it is, incredibly easy. It's quite a low-level boss, kind of like same level as sort of Giant Mole, sort of Chaos Elemental sort of thing. And I completely destroyed it with Drygores on the first stage, and then I switched over to the Ascensions on the second and just completely, mowed it down. I actually brought a whole inventory of rocks. I was thinking that maybe it might hit on me, but it really is quite easy, and I got it done very, very quickly. Okay, so this next boss was even easier than Calfight Queen, and this was KBD. I went into the room and I saw someone was already in there, so I was, gonna hop worlds, but then I thought to myself, what if I just do like one bit of damage? Will that actually count towards the kill? And as a matter of fact, it actually did. So I just went over to it, quickly sort of got one hit in, and that actually counted as one kill to me. Obviously I didn't get the loot, but because I was there and did a bit of damage and the boss died, it just meant that for some reason, my tally went up to 1. So, glad about that. Even though it wouldn't have been a challenge anyway, I would have been able to kill it very, very quickly, but that one's quite funny. And then the final boss, there was only 4 bosses I had to kill. This is Legions. I just went with Quartus because I knew that one was quite easy. I got some Dreadnoughts would be there as well, because when I went to Bandos, they were pretty good. And like always, just mowed these down, and it wasn't very difficult. I mean, Quartus itself is probably one of the easiest Legions to kill. I didn't want to go Quintus or anything like that, just in case I did die and just, spend more money than needed. So yeah, just went with Quartus, and that guy died. And that was it for the Reaper title. It's a nice title. I actually have it in game right now as I make this video. And it's a nice sort of blue colour to it, but there we go. So, new personal record. That was actually my first kill since, obviously, you know, the tally came out, so that was quite interesting. But yeah, I got the Reaper title now, which is awesome. And, you know, as much as I enjoyed that one, it's over now. So I'm going to move back to the boring requirements, which I'm going to go on to next. You survived the mansion when no one else did. Such bravery deserves recognition. Yay! Yes! Thank you! I've done the quest. That was the worst quest I've ever done. So yeah, that was actually from a live stream, that commentary, and I thought it was kind of funny, so I wanted to include it. But yes, Broken Home. This quest, like, sort of seemed to be really good, but when I did it, it was horrible. Really, really horrible quest. I mean, good idea, but it was too frustrating. Too many sort of running around, you know, clicking on doors. It was horrible. I feel very, very sorry for anyone that still has to do this quest. I actually need to redo it for a trim requirement when I do go for trim. You have to do it like in, you know, in like 37 minutes or something like that. So I'm not looking forward to that. But that quest was horrible. Oh my god, really, really was. I was actually really hyped for it, but yeah, it just was not good. So as you can tell, I've decided to move on to the quest as the next requirement I have decided to complete. And yeah, Broken Home, there we go. That was the first quest. And there's only actually one other quest which I needed to do as well. And that was Heart of Stone, so only the new quest which have just recently come out I haven't done yet. So Heart of Stone as well wasn't too bad. It definitely wasn't as bad as this one here, Broken Home. I mean, this one, like I said, it's just too much clicking. It just wasn't very nice. Heart of Stone, I don't know, it was a good quest, I suppose. I mean, good graphics, but nothing too sort of like interesting from it. I mean, to be fair, I'm not really a quest person. I always say I am, or try and get into them, but half the time I have no idea what the people are saying in the quest, and you know, I just want to get the rewards really and unlock something. So yeah, the quest didn't take too long to complete. Well, Broken Home did, but Heart of Stone wasn't too bad. But yeah, quest done, awesome. Let's move on to the next requirement. So this requirement sees me unlock the infamous last potion recipe. This one took me ages. I got all of the others really quickly from the moor, and then there's just one more potion which I couldn't seem to get, but I finally got it, which is awesome. And I'm actually not too sure if I've actually completed this requirement yet. I don't know if you have to actually unlock every single potion, or if you just have to sort of unlock them with the recipe. But you guys can leave in the comments for that, because I have no idea, and it'd be nice to find out from you guys if, you know, that's what it is to complete it. And now for the easiest requirement in the list. This one, all we had to do was summon a certain familiar, use the scroll which goes with it, and then talk to Lord Amlod right there. And that's it. That's all you've got to do for that requirement. It takes, like, you know, what, 10 seconds, and you've unlocked well, unlocked the title of the Amlod. But yeah, that counts as the requirement itself. So it's really weird with that one, because most of the requirements are very time consuming, but that one was literally like 10 seconds. Honestly, it was really easy. And I found out about these light creatures that you can actually teleport around with them too. As you can see there, you can teleport to Tormented Demons, which I was really interested in seeing where it actually took you. I know it was obviously going to be around Tormented Demons, but it was right on this spot here. So all you've got to do is run down here, and the Tormented Demons are right there, which is pretty neat. Even though you can just teleport to Tears of Guthix, this is still, you know, faster, and you know, it's pretty neat, but it is quite expensive, the pouches. They do cost quite a lot, and it probably isn't worth it just because of the sheer amount of like money you have to spend on it, and then you've got to sort of think, well, you know, what if I want to bring a pack deck or something? So, I mean, if you want to quickly get to Tormented Demons for some reason, maybe you died, then this could be it. But yeah, really dying, losing stuff in, you know, 2014, nah. And here we go for the final requirement of this episode, and it was another easy one. All I had to do was listen to the musicians around the Elf City. Took a couple of minutes, and that was it. Like, I only had a few music tracks to unlock, so it didn't take very long. But there we go for that one. So yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed this episode. If you have, please, like always, throw it a thumbs up. You guys are really good at that. And, you know, if you're not someone who usually thumbs it up, please. It does take a long time to make these videos. Always got to make sure to remember to record all the requirements I'm doing. And then, you know, editing it all into one video and doing the commentary as well takes a while. So I do hope you appreciate the work I put into these. And yeah, guys, make sure to subscribe for future episodes. And I will see you later for another video.